So Dontrell paints a kind of an ugly picture, right? Judges going to the IL. Does that change any of these trade deadline plans for the Yankees as far as you see it?
Kevin, not at all. And after trading for Ryan McMahon on Friday, the Yankees' plan was to focus on pitching. That is still their plan. And as Dontrell said, they need multiple relievers and a starter as well. Yet, even if they succeed with all that, they're going to be tested. They now trail the Toronto Blue Jays by 6 games in the AL East. Their wild card, or their cushion in the wild card race, it's shrinking. And as you guys mentioned, for at least the next 10 days, they're going to be without the best hitter in the game.
All right, Ken, appreciate that. Look forward to seeing you on the broadcast with Joe and John a little bit later today. Let's chat about these Dodgers and Red Sox. Right? Red Sox were so hot going into the break. They won 10 in a row. Now they're not so great since the break, 2-5. The Dodgers, you think they're not playing so great, but here they are. They're 18 games above 500. How about their starting pitching? Are you feeling better about where they are with the starting pitching unit that's been so injured this year?
Well, absolutely. They're starting to get reinforcements back healthy. I love what I've seen for Tyler Glass now. 18 innings pitched thus far, 25 strikeouts in that span, just 2 earned runs. So he looks like he's hitting the ground running. Blake Snell, I believe he's 1 start away from him getting back in the rotation. If you look in the bullpen as well, Blake Triton, they're going to get him some back-to-backs. Once he feels good, he's going to be back in that bullpen. And Brusdar Graterol as well. So there's some big-time experienced arms that are going to get back into that roster. You know what? They built this roster to have some depth. The depth has been tested. You know, they weighed that little turbulence as far as the depth. But right now, they're starting to get some big-time arms back in there. I think it's going to be critical. And I'm super proud of Clayton Kershaw in year 18, still pitching like a high-level starter.
How's he doing? He's got a 1.88 ERA on the road. It's pretty sensational for anybody. How's he doing it?
Well, because he's good. He's one of the best all time. You know, the rest of us is mere mortals around him.
Yeah, meanwhile, Garrett Crochet has been sensational almost under the radar. Skubal gets all the looks for Cy Young, but he leads the league in wins, strikeouts, innings, you name it. He's been everything.
The swing and miss has always been there. I knew that was going to be a big-time arm for them. They just have to win when he's not on the mound. That's the problem for the Boston Red Sox. But this is going to be a fun matchup. You know I'm a big-time lefty, so I'm going to watch this game.
We're watching today. Most of you will see Shohei Ohtani, the superstar, and the Dodgers looking to take 2 in a row in Boston against the Sox. Kershaw, Crochet, what a game. Enjoy it. We'll see you after.
It is just a perfect weekend for baseball here at Fenway Park, and these two franchises full of so much history meeting up this weekend. Big swing from that guy last night, Teoscar Hernandez, as the Dodgers took the first game of the series 5-2. We're all set for Game 2, the Dodgers and the Red Sox on Baseball Night in America. And the Dodgers with a 6-game lead in the National League West over the Padres, 7 over the Giants. And while the Red Sox and everybody else are chasing the Toronto Blue Jays across baseball, Blue Jays the best record, period. Red Sox still in possession of the last wild card spot here in late July. We welcome you inside. Hope you're having a great weekend. Joe Davis, the Hall of Famer John Smoltz, Ken Rosenthal with us today as well. Dodgers have gone through it some this year. They've dealt with injuries. They lost 10 of 12 earlier this month. But you put it all together, and they still are right where everybody figured they would be, in first place, trying to repeat as champs.
It is pretty amazing. Their roster at the beginning of the year, the best chance to defend, and it hasn't been a smooth road because their roster's been decimated by injuries. But they know how to win. Defending champs have figured out a way, despite the injuries in their rotation. You see the numbers are almost identical when you think about last year and what they did. But the Dodgers rebuilt their roster to be dominant to go back to win a championship. If they get that kind of health in their pitching, this will not be a close division, but it has been so far.
As far as the Red Sox go, it's like they can't figure out if they're good or not. About a month ago, it looked like they were going to be sellers, and everybody had kind of written them off. But they got hot going into the break. They won 10 consecutive games to get back into the picture, only to stumble coming out of the break going 2-5.
Well, the next 7 days are going to be really important for the organization to decide what do they do. Do they add? Are they in the mix? They're in the playoffs as we speak. This young athletic roster are starting to develop into something special. But when you think about what they did in the first 10-game winning streak of the season, look what they've done since. Now, some of that has to do with the schedule. But the good news is for the Red Sox, they have their best pitcher, the hottest pitcher in the league, going for them. They've won a ton of games with him. They hope to turn this game into a 1-1 series.
Yeah, marquee matchup with these franchises and marquee matchup with these left-handers. Garrett Crochet is the guy you're talking about. 7 consecutive winning decisions for him. And Clayton Kershaw in his 18th season in the big leagues, having a wonderful year as well. What a trade pickup Garrett Crochet has been. Got him this offseason, leads the majors in strikeouts. He's got a 2.19 ERA as he looks for an 8th consecutive win.
Well, he's dominant. He's got all the pitches. He's going to primarily come after you with 3 different fastballs. He's owned Ohtani in this brief 5 at-bats. But he's the guy on the mound for the Red Sox to gain momentum and turn this second half, which has been a little lumpy since the All-Star break.
The lineup for the Dodgers brought to you by Rinvoq. Shohei Ohtani leads off, and then it's Will Smith hitting second and catching. Tasker Hernandez in right field. Freddie Freeman at first base, the cleanup man. Pages in center. Tommy Edmonds at third as they continue to wait for Max Muncy to come back from the injured list. Mookie Betts expected to rejoin the team at some point tonight. He's been away for family reasons, but Rojas starts at short as Stewie Ruiz in left and Ha-Seong Kim at second. Ohtani with 7 home runs over his last 12 games and 37 for the year to lead the National League. He climbs in, Crochet comes home, and off we go with strike 1.
Well, Ohtani's actually hit better off of left-handers than he has right-handers, but this is not your typical left-handed pitcher. He'll throw inside a lot, too, with 2 strikes, and he's just going to come after you and bully you. There's the inside part. He'll command the fastball, cutter, occasional sinker, and then the breaking pitches. Slider is really tough.
26 years old, out of a small town in the Gulf, Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Is 1-1 to Ohtani, is lifted in the air to deep center field. Rafael is going back onto the track. It is gone to dead center field. The 38th of the year for Shohei Ohtani is to dead center at Fenway off Garrett Crochet.
Well, I said he did own him. He had 4 strikeouts in his first 5 at-bats, and he took a fastball to not the deepest part of the park, but the center fielder will tell you all you need to know as a starting pitcher when he's just kind of sitting there looking, uh-oh.
There are not too many guys that get it out right there in this ballpark. And for Ohtani, his 6th home run in his last 7 games, his 8th out of his last 13. Strike on Will Smith, 0-2.
Well, a lot of the wins have come on the road for Crochet. For whatever reason, his team has not given him much run support at home. He hasn't had many wins at home. Hoping to shake that, but got treated rudely on the first at-bat of the game.
If there's been a time to get Crochet, it's been the first couple innings. He sits down Will Smith for the first out of the night.
First fastball he threw to Ohtani was down. He missed it. And then this fastball that he ends up hitting out of the ballpark ends up being right down the middle.
Thing of beauty. And now Tasker Hernandez taking a strike. Well, for Hernandez, it's been a struggle for a lot of this season. Since he injured his groin back in early May, he has not been the same. He went deep last night, though. His first home run in a month, and launches this ball towards the monster. It is gone, and it's the 2nd home run of this first inning. Teoscar Hernandez loves hitting at Fenway Park. His 16th career home run here, and it's 2-0 Dodgers. He went more than a month without a home run, comes to Fenway, and he's got 2 in as many nights.
Breaking ball that just hangs, and if you hang a breaking ball to a right-handed hitter, that's short wall.
Welcome back to Fenway Park here with Dodgers manager Dave Roberts. Dave, Clayton Kershaw struggled in the 2nd inning. It's been a battle for him. What have you seen?
It's been a battle. I think that I was just talking to him real briefly, Kenny, and he was slipping a little bit on the mound. And so the next inning, you know, the last thing I thought was his best inning. So he's going to go from the stretch the next inning. And so I think he's in a better place right now. But the problem is, how many more throws does he have? But yeah, we're going to stick with him, though.
First inning, leadoff homer by Ohtani, then Teo with his home run as well. Since then, Crochet has shut you down. What has happened to make that happen?
I think he's kind of using the two-seamer a little bit. I thought we have a good approach, getting the ball up, getting him to the pull side, took some good swings, and then I think right now he's leaning on that two-seamer a little bit more. That sinker right there that he just threw instead of something that's born into it. So that's the adjustment I see so far he's made.
Dave, thanks a lot. Joe, back to you.
All right.
衝撃の一撃、大谷翔平。敵地フェンウェイの夜空に第38号アーチを豪快に描く。7月の終盤、夏の暑さを吹き飛ばすほどの熱狂が、伝統の地、フェンウェイパークに響き渡った。ロサンゼルス、ドジャース対ボストン、レッドソックスの交流戦。スタジアムに集まった大観衆は、ただ一人の天才打者が見せる劇的なプレーに目を奪われた。初回、打席に入ったのは誰あろう。我らが日本が誇る二刀流、超人、大谷翔平だ。立ちはだかるのは今季絶好調。サイ・ヤング賞候補とも称されるレッドソックスの左腕エース、ギャレット、クロシェット。しかし、そんな最強左腕さえも、大谷のバットの前には無力だった。試合開始直後の初球、剛速球を鋭く見送った大谷。その目には、すでに何かを掴んだような静かな闘志が宿っていた。そして2球目、クロシェットの快速球が甘く真ん中に入った瞬間、大谷のバットが轟音とともにうなりを上げた。カキーン、8球はまるで砲弾のように一直線。フェンウェイ名物の巨大な緑の壁を悠々と越え、センター最深部へと消えていった。誰もが息を飲むほどの特大アーチ。第38号先頭打者本塁打でドジャースが先制に成功した。大谷の劇的な一撃で勢いづいたドジャース打線。その直後、同僚テオスカー、ヘルナンデスも続く。クロシェットの変化球を捉え、豪快な一発をグリーンモンスターへ叩き込んだ。ヘルナンデスにとっては前日に続く2試合連続のホームラン。復調を告げる鮮やかな打撃で、ドジャースは一挙に2点を奪い、完全に試合の主導権を握ったかに見えた。しかし、地元フェンウェイのモサレットソックスが黙っているはずもない。2回裏、ナルバエス、デュランが次々と強烈な当たりを放つ。ボールはホームランかと思われたが、フェンウェイの緑の怪物に阻まれた。それでも粘り強く攻撃を続け、ストーリー、ナルバエスが生還。さらにトロの犠牲フライでデュランもホームイン。一気に3点を奪い、レッドソックスが逆転に成功した。だが、この試合で最も輝いたのは間違いなく大谷翔平だろう。彼が放った38号ホームランの威力は計り知れない。メジャー屈指の好投手を初回から粉砕する圧倒的な打撃技術と勝負強さ。歴史あるフェンウェイパークで見せつけたその存在感は、まさに異次元の領域に到達したと言えるだろう。一方のヘルナンデスも、怪我による不振から抜け出し、ホームランを2戦連発と調子を取り戻しつつある。ドジャースの強力打線に欠かせない存在として今後の活躍にさらなる期待がかかる。伝統ある両球団が激突した今宵の一戦。試合はまだ序盤。この後も一瞬たりとも目が離せない展開が待ち受けるに違いない。野球の神に愛された男、大谷翔平が次はどんな伝説を作るのか、その勇姿を見逃すな。次回の配信もぜひお楽しみに。